Hey guys, it's Emma
and Maggie,
and welcome back to another episode of Love You Bye.
I feel like it's been a little bit since we have done a solo episode. So this episode, we just wanted to both catch up about everything that's been happening in the past couple of months. So we're gonna have another little Life Lately episode and just catch up with you guys.
We're going to be talking about what we've been up to this month and what we're looking forward to most this summer. But first, we're going to start off with our peak and pit of the week.
And this is our weekly tradition that we do at the beginning of all of our episodes. We just share the highest and lowest points that has happened to us this week.
Do you want to go first?
Sure. I think my peak of this week definitely had to be the day, what was it, 2 days ago when you and I went shopping?
Yesterday.
No, that was 2 days ago.
Oh, 2 days ago.
Emma and I had a workout with our trainer, Mike. We got coffee before, we worked out, we got food after, we got sandwiches in Seaport, and then I dropped her off. We both showered, and then I went back and I picked her up, and we went to Back Bay, which is like the downtown area of Boston, and there's like a bunch of shopping, the Prudential Center, which is like the mall, Copley Prudential Mall, and we went there, we shopped, and we just hung out. And it was so much fun. And then we went to Pressed Juicery and we got Pressed Freeze, which we used to do all the time together. So it's like a little tradition that we used to have. And we just spent the afternoon together. And then I dropped Emma back off at home. And we had like a fun little day. So that was definitely my peak. And my pit, I think my pit had to be the food poisoning that I got.
Yeah.
I went out to dinner in the North End and I came back home. Everything was fine. I'm like laying in bed and I was like, oh my God, I don't feel good. And I was telling my boyfriend, I was like, I really think I'm gonna throw up. And he was like, what? Like, are you okay? Like, are you sick? And I went into the bathroom, obviously got sick. And then for the next like 5 hours, I went back to bed and I would wake up every single hour and get sick. And it was just the worst thing ever. I was like shaking. And by the time it was like one of the last times I got sick, like I had like nothing left in me. You know, when your body's just like so weak and you can't even move and you're like shaking. And I was crying and I was just like, this is awful. And I couldn't eat anything the whole next day. I had to eat saltines and I drank ginger ale. That was like the only thing I had. And then for the next few days, like it was so hard for me to get back into eating like normal food. But I'm feeling so much better now, and I will not be going back to the North End anytime soon. I'm just like really grossed out by it right now. It's the second time that that's happened to me, and I'm just like kind of scared, so I'm staying away from the North End.
That sucks. I hate throwing up. I feel like I would do anything to just like not throw up. I think I have a fear of it. My peak of the week would probably have to be, I'm gonna start with my pit actually because I have a big pit. My allergies have been so bad lately. And I get really bad allergies, but for some reason this year, I don't know what like is happening. They're times 1,000.
I feel like allergies have been so bad and they haven't been this bad since like I was in high school.
Oh my gosh, I know. Well, even when I was in high school, I mean, I was also living on the Cape where you're just surrounded by trees all the time. So I feel like I was a little bit used to it at that point. But yeah, I don't know why this year they've been so bad. All last week I was out of, like I couldn't even do work really because I was just so sick and I could barely even do anything, couldn't even go outside. The second I'd go outside, my eyes would just be so itchy and I've been waking up every morning with my eyes just like swollen shut and itchy. And it's just, and I go to bed at night and they're so itchy. And I went to the doctors and she was like, you have just severe allergies. Like she gave me, well not gave me, but she told me 2 types of allergy medicines to take. So I'm on 2 of them. And then I take these specific eye drops in the morning. And then I take a nose spray. It's like, I've never had to like take so much stuff. Normally they go away after a few days. And I tried that at first. And then 4 days later, it got even worse.
It's so been just like over a week.
Yeah. Today I woke up this morning and then again, I took allergy stuff like before bed. So I feel kind of fine right now, but I don't know. It's just been so crazy. And then like she was just talking about making sure like keeping the windows closed and like which sucks because you want to open up the windows
and get fresh air, but like you literally can't right now.
And like the dog jumping on the bed and stuff because dog's fur gets pollen on it, but it's just been bad. But I feel really good today, which is great. I just want to be outside, you know. But my peak is probably the fact that we've had a lot of people like visiting us in town lately, And like Peyton's family was here last week, and his parents were here, and his sister was here staying with us for the weekend, which was just so fun. I don't know, it just like gives me something to do, especially if he's gone. Like he was gone last week away for 2 nights, but like I hung out with his parents, so like I had something to do, you know? But I don't know, it was really nice having people in town and just like hanging out and like going out to dinner and doing stuff, like actually like going and like doing stuff that you don't normally do, you know? Like one day we like went and sat outside and ate dinner and then went shopping after and got ice cream and like hung out. So just, I know, I had a lot of fun.
I love that.
Let's get into our topic.
Okay, where do we even begin? I feel like there's been so much that has happened just lately in our life and like so much exciting stuff that's coming up.
The last time we did this was when I was in the Bahamas, right?
Yeah, we did this after Bahamas, and then I had just done my photo shoot for my Revolve collection.
Yeah, I feel like so much has happened. I've been traveling so much lately, especially with Peyton being in the NBA playoffs right now. They're in round 3, and they're playing against Miami right now, but the first round was at Atlanta. And I went there for a bit, and then the second round was Philly, and I went there for a bit. So I just feel like I've been traveling all the time. So I've been super busy, but it's been so fun.
It's cool that you've gotten to go to states that you haven't been to yet.
And that I would never like.
And that you would never
go to,
exactly.
You know? Like Atlanta, I've never thought to go there ever really. But then going there, I was like, it's like so cute, and it was warm when we were there, and it was like March or something. I forget, March, April. Yeah, that was really fun, and like going to the games. I've never been to so many like basketball games in my life before. Like I mean never been to any really before I met Peyton. I feel like like Boston sports games are just so fun to go to. Like the energy's just insane.
I know, and also I feel like especially during playoffs, like they've been doing so well, and they're in the Eastern Conference Finals right now, so it's like so exciting to have your boyfriend be on the team and then also be going to the games and they're like winning and doing so well, and like when they keep going to the next round and stuff like that, it's just like super exciting.
Yeah, it's so exciting. So that's been really fun lately. I feel like that's been the biggest part of my life for the last like couple months is the playoffs starting.
Yeah, and we leave on Saturday for Miami, and
by the time they hear this episode, it's going to be like...
Yeah, like we will know.
The end of this round.
I know, we'll know if they're going to the finals or not. But we leave on Saturday, so 2 days to go to Miami. And it's going to be me, Emma, Chase, Mac, Dylan, Peyton's friend, and then Lexi's going to be there.
Yep.
And then his parents are going to be there.
I'm so excited. This is going to be so much fun.
This is going to be so fun because there's like a huge group of us going. Because usually when you've gone to the past couple of rounds, like in Atlanta and then Philly, like it's just been you.
Yeah, Philly I was alone. Jess came down for one night in Atlanta, but other than that, I've just been alone.
Yeah,
but
and
I'm
like
really
the hotel
excited
and stuff.
for all of us to be able to hang out and like you guys all to be there.
And we got a reservation for dinner Saturday. So we get there Saturday and we're there till Wednesday. And we got a reservation at, is it Cipriani or Cipriani?
I don't know.
Because I've heard someone say
both.
Cipriani and I've heard someone say Cipriani.
I've heard both.
But we're going there and I've only been there once. I went last time I was in Miami and it's like the food is so good and the vibes are just... I don't even know how to describe it. The people walk around and they're like wearing all white and there's like white tablecloths. Like everything's just bright and everything's white, which you would think like going into it, it's like going to be like a dark, one of those like dark restaurants that's like vibey. It's so bright, even at nighttime.
I've only heard of the one in New York and LA, I think. Is it in LA? Or I don't know. Either way, I've heard of the one in New York though. But
it's
I've
so
never been
cute.
to it before. I can't wait.
I got cacio e pepe last time and it was so good. But I'm excited for like all of us to be going together, at that being like our first night dinner.
Me too. I'm really excited about it.
And then obviously spending the whole week together. I feel like it's just gonna be so fun. And flying there.
Yeah.
And just everything. I'm excited to vlog the whole entire trip and like actually really, really vlog.
Well, that's what I was going to say also because it's so hard. The last couple of trips I've been on, I haven't really vlogged much because it's like when Peyton's gone at practice for like 3 hours, like in the morning, I go to the gym, but then it's like I go back to the hotel room, and sometimes I don't explore the city alone because it's like a new city, and I don't know, I don't want to like be venturing out alone yet. So there's not much for me to vlog because I'm like not doing anything really.
I know, you'd literally be just like sitting in the hotel.
And then also like game days, like obviously rest before a game, so it's not like we really do much, but when you guys are there, we'll be able to like go out and do stuff. And
I don't know if I should get a spray tan or not before, because I'm like looking at myself and I'm so pale.
Oh, me too.
But I'm like, I feel like I should, because my outfits when clothes just feel better and clothes look better when you're tan and you feel better when you're tan.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to get a spray tan, but also like I want to get tan in the sun, but I'm not going to get really tan while we're there. Like I just know I'm not, because my skin is so like in winter mode. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I'm not going to get bronzed up as if it's like summertime.
Yeah, I know. That's what happened to me when we went to the Bahamas.
Exactly. So I don't know. I feel like I should get a spray tan.
I don't know what to do either.
Like a light spray tan, not like the dark one, but like I used to get them all the time summer 2021.
Yeah, but you wouldn't get tan under it.
I think I'd rather just have a spray tan and be tan while we're there than not.
True. That's smart.
But I'm excited to vlog, and one thing I actually did want to talk about, because this had been bothering me for a really long time. I feel like this whole entire spring and a little bit in the winter, like I've just been in a position where I have kind of felt like lost in a way, where I just feel like I have been doing YouTube and like creating content for, now it's been over 5 years, like 5.5 years, that I got to a point where I kind of like was in a rut, and I just was like overthinking my content like so much. And I am also like changing so much as a person, I feel like, and I'm like growing up. Like I'm 26 now. I started YouTube when I was 20, and I have just felt so like lost and kind of like weird about my content. Like I feel like I overthink everything.
Yeah.
And I finally feel like I'm getting back into like a routine where I am like growing into a new version of myself. Mm-hmm. And I can't like look back and be like, oh, I need to be like I was last year or 2 years ago.
I feel the same exact way, because I used to watch my old videos and be like, I need to be like how I used to be in my vlogs, because like, and also everyone was like, I miss your old vlogs and stuff like that. But now I watch back for the memories still, obviously. But now that I look back, I'm like, wait, I love who I am today.
Exactly.
You know? And I love the content that I want to show today and like the stuff I want to talk about today. But I think your content's good.
Thank you. I mean, I think we
all good no matter what.
We all are our own worst critics, you know? So that's just been something that I've been dealing with lately. And I think that a part of it, you know, when you are so uncomfortable and you feel like nothing's going right.
Oh my gosh, that's been me lately.
Yes,
with
that's
my
how
hair though.
I know, with your hair. Mine's like with work, and I just have felt like nothing has been going right the past few months. Yeah. And I feel like I've definitely been harder on myself about it, and I've been taking like the more negative comments like into consideration more, which I need to like stop doing, and I need to just focus on all the positive comments, because there's so many more good comments than bad. But I don't know what it is, but the bad negative comments like really stick with me.
They're definitely louder than the positive ones.
I know. And so I've just been working on just being authentic and just like being completely myself, and not like changing who I am and what I'm doing to please like people who are viewing my content, if that makes sense. And one other thing that I did want to say is that I feel like when you're in a season of your life where you feel very lost and very uncomfortable, it's because you're letting go of the old version of yourself, and you're literally, a seed has been planted in the ground to like grow and flourish as a new version of yourself. And I think that it's important to definitely let yourself feel the way that you're feeling when you're going through this new season of life, but know that things are going to get better, and you're just like growing into the version of yourself that you're meant to be.
It's funny because every single time I feel that way, where I feel like super uncomfortable and I feel like I need to like change something, I'm like the new version of myself that year, like whatever comes from feeling that way is I'm always like, whoa, like I had so much fun, or I was like doing this and I just like felt like the best version of me like during that time. And then I feel like I always go through a change period every year, even if it's like a couple times a year, not a couple, but like at least like 2 with the new seasons and stuff. Like I feel like this time last year, well, a couple months ago last year, I was like I needed change, so I moved. And then I had a completely different version of me all the way up until like winter time, you know?
Yeah, and it's definitely uncomfortable, but at the same time I feel like the last time I felt like this was 2019 in the spring. And I remember I was still in college and I would sit in my car after school and I would be trying so hard to vlog, but I would just start bawling my eyes out because I was like, felt so uncomfortable and I was so sad, but I didn't know why I was so sad. And then by the time it was like June, my life had completely changed, and I looked back at the time that I was like sad and crying and uncomfortable, and I was grateful for that experience. Because I feel like when you go through those times and you push through, you learn so much about yourself, and you get to the other side and you're like proud of how far you've came.
Also, change isn't gonna happen overnight, because that's my one thing is like I was in a rut with my social media stuff and for the last like honestly couple months, and I remember a couple weeks ago when we sat down to record a podcast, I was like, that week I was feeling better and I was like, okay, like I have so many ideas, I have videos I want to film, I have like content I want to record, and then I ended up getting sick, and I feel like it pushed me back so much. So then that whole week that I was sick, I was like, I felt so stuck, and like it would stress me out a lot because I felt like I couldn't do anything, and I was like getting all stressed out because I get comments all the time, people being like, I miss your videos, like why don't you post enough? And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I need to like push stuff out there, but like there's no pressure into changing, you know?
Yeah.
Like it'll come.
I felt like that too when I got food poisoning, because I was on like a roll with like my TikTok vlogs and stuff like that, and then I got sick. But I think that moments like that are good because like you're forced to
rest,
just
which
rest.
I never do.
But I feel so much better now, and I swear because I've gotten into a really good workout routine, because I kind of like fell off my routine when you left and moved to California, because you and I would go to workouts together every single week. Like our routine was we would work out with our trainer Mike, we would go to Pilates, we would do like extra things, we'd go to the gym together, and I was so used to having like you as like my workout partner. And then I got like so much anxiety to like go to classes and go to the gym by myself that I just like stopped working out for literally like 9 months. And over those 9 months, like I swear it affected my mental health so much. But now that I've like gotten back into a routine and I've been, what is it called? You like let out like endorphins when you work out, you know?
I'm thinking of runner's
high. But you release endorphins when you work out. So I just feel like the fact that I've been in a good workout routine and like waking up early and like doing the things that make me feel good every single morning and like having structure for my days, it's just been such a game changer for me. And I've just like started to feel so much better, especially since like summer's coming and there's so much that's coming this summer. That's crazy. Like so we have playoffs right now.
Yep.
Going to Miami, and then next round, if the Celtics win, when the Celtics win, we're going to be going to, if they win, either LA or Denver. And then that would be for the finals.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's June. What do we have planned in June? Jess wants to do another trip to 30A, like with all the couples. So that could be a possibility of something that we are doing, but we definitely have a trip planned for a week.
I'm going to Portland for a week, end of June.
And then you're coming back and we're doing the Cape?
The Cape, because it's a quick turnaround. We're literally going to land in the morning at like 7:30 or whatever, and come back here, grab stuff, and I want to get down there early because I don't want to drive down when there's a ton of traffic.
I know, me too. We're going to the Cape for 8 days.
Yeah. We
booked a house this time because, as you guys know, we're from the Cape and our dad lives there. And usually when we go down, we just stay at my dad's house. Like Emma has a room there.
But it's also my brother and his 10 friends that he brings down.
4th of July weekend on the Cape is insane.
So I lived at my house last summer. Like I lived at home all summer long. And 4th of July weekend, I remember, I was like, oh, wait, no, I actually left 4th of July weekend
No,
last
you were in
year.
the Hamptons.
I was in the Hamptons. I completely forgot. But
the summer before, when you and I were there.
When we were there, it's like my brother literally brings, I think, 10 of his friends in. They, like, sleep in the basement. They sleep in the backyard. They sleep, like, everywhere. They sleep on every couch. They sleep on the floor. I wake up in the morning, and there's just Ben laying everywhere. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, how? And then I was thinking about me, you, Payton, like Mac, all of us going there. Where would we sleep? Because there's so many people.
I know. There's just way too many people to stay at my dad's, so we booked our own house.
Yeah.
And there's 10 of us that are going to be staying there. And Jess and Brent are coming, so they're flying in. They're going to come in Friday night. And then they land at like 11. I'm picking them up from the airport. We're going to go to bed, wake up early, get coffee, and go.
Yeah.
So we're going to be already like,
down.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we're going down for the whole entire week. 4th of July week's going to be so fun. Again, vlog. Like my vlog. I'm like, I need to vlog literally everything. My vlog camera's not going to leave my side because it's going to be so fun. And we're going to be there for 8 days. I'm just so excited to get out of the city. And I've never rented a house on the Cape or like done anything where I have gone to the Cape and we've like not stayed at our dad's house.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's gonna really feel like a vacation this time.
That's what I was just gonna say, which is gonna be really exciting. Like, we're gonna feel like we're coming to the Cape and visiting.
I know, and it's nice because the house that we're staying at, there's gonna be so many of us, and also we have a pool in the backyard.
Oh yeah.
And it's in a really good location, like near all of our stuff that we love going to. And we're gonna have a bunch of friends there, so we're gonna like cook, go out to dinner, swim in the pool, hang out, go to the beach. It's gonna be so much fun.
I'm really excited about that. I can't wait to go to the Cape this summer. I also really want to go to Nantucket.
I know, you mentioned going for your birthday.
Yeah, I want to go for my birthday, I think.
That would be so much fun. I definitely want to go back. I think I want to go back to Nantucket in like August. I mean, if you and Payton go for your birthday and it's just you two, like if you want it to be just you two, that's fine. But like, I would totally go. Because I do want to go back to Nantucket also.
We'll also plan that when the time comes closer, because it's May. It's literally May right now, and my birthday's not till end of July.
But time goes by so fast.
It does go by really fast. I can't believe it's end of May right now, because I feel like it's January.
2 months ago, it was end of March, and that's when my Revolve collection launched.
Really?
It's been so long since then.
Oh my god, I have chills. Time flies so fast.
I know.
The summer's gonna be so fun. I'm like so excited for the summer.
Like, you guys have no idea what's in store for this summer, so just buckle up and get ready because it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be so fun.
And so fun. And oh my god, also, I'm gonna bring, obviously Milo's gonna come with us to the Cape. Mm-hmm. And my poor little dog, I brought him to get groomed the other day, and he was like, his hair gets really long, and especially in his face, and then he like can't really see, so I brought him to get groomed, and he literally got shaved so much that I think he got like self-conscious, and he is having an identity crisis.
Oh, Mosey.
Because he's like not being himself lately, and I think it's because his hair is so short, and he feels like shy.
He looks
and
like
naked.
Okay, picture the alien emoji.
That's what he looks like.
That's what his face looks like. The little alien emoji.
And he wakes up in the morning and he lays next to me so close at night because I think he's cold and he shivers.
Oh, he's so cute.
I know, but I'm excited to like bring him to the Cape because he can like run around in the backyard at the house. I hope it's like fenced in. We can like let him out and he can run and play in the grass. Like, he just loves that.
Little Mosey. I can't wait. Back to like our workout stuff. I haven't been in the mood to do Pilates lately. I've been really into doing Pilates like at home.
Me
you know?
too. Like,
but
on
like
mat
classes that are like, I love a good like 10-minute, 15-minute burn. I feel like every single time I do long mat classes, like ones that are like 30 minutes, you know, I feel like they're like slow kind of, and I'm like, I kind of get bored during it. But the ones that are like 15 minutes or like 10 to 15 or whatever always burn, and they feel so good, and they're really easy to do when you travel. I have Forma Pilates like membership online, and that's a Pilates studio in LA. And any Pilates, I've tried them all. I do love them all, don't get me wrong. Like, I love a good Melissa Wood Health workout, But for some reason, these former ones, I can barely even get through the 15-minute one sometimes because it hurts so bad.
We should do one when we're in Miami.
That's what the easiest thing ever is, doing them when you're on the go. Like, I started doing them when I was in Atlanta because half the time, going to work out sometimes when we're at the hotel, like, I don't want to go down to the gym in the morning because the whole team's in the gym in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's like weird, but I'll do like Pilates in the room or something.
My workout routine right now is I do 3:30 on the days that we don't work out with Mike. And that just feels so good to like get on the treadmill and walk and sweat. And then after, I like to do like a 10-minute arm, like the Pilates, like a Melissa would help. That's usually what I do, when she like focuses more on like arms, or I'll do like a lower body one, or I'll do like a full body. But I usually do like a 10 to 15 minute.
I'll do that
and
too.
And it just feels so good.
I also been liking, because we don't have an at-home sauna yet because we don't have that much space, but we will next place that we go to. But I sit in sauna at the gym after.
I mean,
you have your sauna, so you can sit in it at any time, but I like on the days that we don't have Mike. We call our workout with our trainer Mike.
His name's
Mike. And so we're like, what do we have today for a workout? We're like, oh, we have Mike.
And we call him Mike the trainer, which is like so funny because like we have known him. I mean, I've known him since my freshman year of college. Mm-hmm. Like, I've literally known Mike since 2015. That's like almost 10 years. Like, we've known him for so long. And I knew him like way before he was ever a trainer because we went to the same college together. That's how we know each other. And then after college, he graduated, became a trainer at Equinox. And then during COVID, he left Equinox and started doing training like on his own. So Emma and I have been with him for years. And it's just so funny. We call him like Mike the trainer.
He's so funny. I think it was yesterday. So my best friend Ella came and visited me yesterday. She stayed for the night. And we went to, it was the first game of the third round together, and we had so much fun, whatever. And so I just like quickly did that. But before the game, we like walked down to, like, we walked around Seaport, which is a part of Boston that I live near, and we got food and stuff like that. And then I stopped at this like little store to get chocolate covered pretzels because for some reason, like, we've been on a kick of eating chocolate covered pretzels ever since Philly, because the Philly ones were so good. So I stopped at this place to get more because we literally polished off a bag the other day watching our TV show. I opened up a new bag of chocolate covered pretzels, dark chocolate covered ones, not any other kind. And we've been watching The OC, which is, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with it. I've never seen it before.
Yes.
Did you start watching it yet?
No, but get into your shows because I have so much to talk about with TV shows because I have been a TV person.
TV girl either.
Oh my god.
Peyton loves watching movies, loves watching like TV shows and stuff because that's what he does when he's on the plane, when he's like on the road and stuff, or like in hotel rooms. So I don't know, we started watching the show, but it's hard because we only watch it when we're together. So like, say he's gone and I'm home, like we can't watch it.
You can't watch it because you can't
so
be
annoying.
ahead of him.
I know.
And then like know what's gonna happen. You watch like 2-3 episodes, then it's like
So we're watching The OC, which is obviously such an old show. It's came out before Gossip Girl even did. Like, it was recorded, I think, or came out in 2004.
Is it
whatever
reality? Like Laguna Beach and
it's like Newport Beach, Laguna, like that area.
Yeah, but you know how those shows back then, there was like,
it's like family. So you have like the Coopers, you have the
But is it reality? Is it like real life?
No, it's
like
not
the
real life.
Okay, so it's like a TV show.
It's like it's fully scripted TV show. Like, sometimes it's a little bit cheesy, but like, and it's old, but it's so funny because they talk about like, they had the Fashion Island, like fashion show and like all the things that it's like Newport. Like I love Newport
and you live there.
So it just, I don't know. I just love this show so much. So anyway, we sat down and I opened up a new thing of chocolate covered pretzels and we started eating them while we were watching one episode. And then I look at it and I'm like, Peyton, like we're halfway through the whole, we're like almost gone. Like they're almost gone. There's like probably like a fourth of the bag left. I was like, we need to stop eating these. But I picked up a new bag anyway on the way home yesterday. And so we're walking back to my apartment and we stopped at Ella's car to like grab her like shoes and stuff like that out of the car. And this girl walks by me and she stops me and she's like, oh my gosh, like I'm listening to your podcast right now.
No
and
way.
I was like, that is the funniest thing ever. Like, that's never happened to me before, where someone's walked by and they're like, oh, I'm listening to your podcast right now. Isn't that funny?
And I met
like right then in that moment, like, how am I going to be? It's like 6:30 p.m. and I'm outside at Ella's car. Ella and I are talking about, like, who knows what we're going on about, but I'm like telling her some random story, like blabbering about it, and I get stopped saying that she was listening to our episode, the one that we came out with Jillian about like gut health and stuff.
No way.
So
I
funny.
also met a girl, her name was Siri, at
Siri was at my Pilates event.
yeah, she was so sweet, and she came up to me and she said that she loves our podcast, and I was like, oh my god, that is so sweet, because I feel like when I meet people, they always mention like YouTube.
Yeah.
And lately people have been mentioning the podcast, and it makes me so
that
happy.
makes me so happy too, because we get our things where it tells us like how many listens and stuff like that, but it's not like a YouTube video where you put the YouTube video and you see the views,
you see
or,
comments,
like, you see anything. Like we don't see comments on this. We don't see like no replies. So I feel like, also guys, don't forget that we have a Instagram for our podcast at Love You By Pod. You guys can go like leave comments on certain episodes and stuff like that, like the episodes that we post about in feed, if you want to like talk about them, because I want to see comments and hear about it, because
me too.
I love hearing when we meet you guys in person that you like the podcast
and like hear what you like.
Yeah.
And all that. But I have also been watching 2 shows lately. Okay, so I was watching White Lotus, and I watched season 1 and season 2. Oh my god, I am obsessed with that show. And I think that they're filming a season 3 right now, and I'm so excited for it to come out. And I feel like season 1 was so funny because it was like, I don't know, I just like loved the characters, and I felt like at first I was a little bit confused as to like what was going on, and I was like, okay, this is kind of weird, but I'm like into it, and it was addicting, and I had to like keep watching it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously by the end I was like, wait, I really like that show. And then season 2, I had no idea that there was completely new characters.
Yeah, that's weird to me that when you and Mike were talking about that, I was like, wait, what?
I know, and it was like took place in Hawaii, the first season did, and then season 2 takes place in Italy. And it's like basically the whole entire season of the show, it starts off like episode 1 is day 1 of the vacation.
Yeah.
And then say there's like 7 or 8 episodes, every single episode is a different day on the vacation. And it's like, you know what I mean? So you can be there every single day with everybody and see what they do. And there's like drama and things that go on. But season 2, I loved it. Like I just really, really liked it a lot. And then once I finished that, I started watching You, because I watched seasons 1 and 2 of You a couple years ago, back in 2021, and then I didn't watch it. And then I just finished season 3, which was insane, and I started season 4 the other night. So that's what I'm watching right now, but I'm going to watch your show after.
You have to watch it. You can watch it on Amazon Prime, and there may be other places.
If you guys have any show recommendations, leave a comment on the Instagram for this episode with the show that you're watching or any shows that you like love, because I haven't watched, I have barely watched like any shows.
I want to watch The Summer I Turned Pretty. It's supposed to be recorded or filmed on the Cape. It's like not, because I watched it and it's so not the Cape at all.
Really?
Like, it literally, yeah. But I watched like the first episode and it was okay. But anyway.
I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, follow along on Instagram, because we're going to be doing so much this summer. Like so much is coming, and I feel like both of us are in like really good places, better places with life vlogs and stuff and vlogging. So
yeah,
I'm
lots
just excited.
Of vlogs coming soon, a lot of content coming soon. So for those of you that have been waiting and asking for content, it's coming for you.
And I just feel like every single summer I just get so much more inspired.
Me too.
And stuff with vlogs, and obviously we like do a lot more than what we do during the winter, so I'm excited for that. And yeah, thank you guys all for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast, listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast from, and we will see you guys next week.
Love you.
Bye.